Hey everyone, welcome back to another Caffeinated Gamer guide. In today's video, we're going to learn the most popular gear the professional players are using, as well as the most used sensitivity from top Valorant players, so that you can elevate your gameplay to the next level. We at Caffeinated Gamer have spent the time to research all the gear and settings the pro players are using, so that you can get the advantage on those ranked matches. Caffeinated Gamer is your place for anything related to Valorant, so make sure to subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell if you want to stay up to date on all things Valorant. Keep in mind, we base this guide off of 62 analyzed Valorant professionals. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Let's start off with the monitor. 45% of pros are using the Aceu XL2546. 21% are using the Aceu XL2540. Only 8% are rocking the Asus PG258Q. It's important to note that 87% of Valorant pros use a 240Hz monitor and not a single pro uses a 60Hz monitor. As any esport player or gaming enthusiast know, the advantages of playing on a high refresh monitor can set you apart from the competition. Increased responsiveness and just a fluid experience can make your reaction time shine in tactical shooters such as Valorant. Granted, you will need a decent graphics card or GPU to pull off those steady 240 FPS in order for the monitor to display them. The monitor won't prevent your GPU from rendering those high frames, it simply won't display those extra frames on top of the maximum refresh rate imposed by the monitor. Complementing all that, 85% of Valorant pros play at 1920 by 1080p resolution. When it comes to competitive gaming, there's no other way around. You want to squeeze every extra performance you can get, and 1080p is the way to go. Once you go higher to 1440p known as 2K or even 4K, your game performance take a massive hit as your overall FPS will lower from pulling off a higher resolution. Here at Caffeinated Gamer, we recommend at least a 144Hz monitor. Trust us, once you get those high refresh rates, you won't look back. Let's move on to the keyboard. 21% of pros are using the Logitech G Pro X mechanical keyboard. 16% use the HyperX Alloy FPS. And 5% go with the Corsair K65. Fun fact, just under half of pro players are using a 10 keyless or smaller mechanical keyboard. I'm sure you notice what all of these keyboards have in common. That's right, they're all mechanical. Most gamers prefer a mechanical keyboard basically for three reasons. 1. They are more durable than regular ones. 2. They are more tactile. And 3. The most important part is that they're faster. Bear in mind, they are very loud. So unless you play next to your sleeping partner, we recommend you pick a mechanical keyboard since there's a huge variety to choose from and there's plenty in the market at an affordable price. Now let's talk about the mousepad. 27% of Valorant pros use the legendary Logitech G640. 16% are rocking the Aceu GSR. And 13% go with the similar Aceu GSR SE mousepad. Considered a niche by many, the mousepad is arguably an important aspect of any competitive gamer since it can change drastically your EDPI and DPI on any game. They can make a mouse glide like Batman or get stuck like you're dragging your mouse on sandpaper. Basically, a mousepad ensures an optimum experience at all times, so you can get those flick shots consistently. Next, we got the headsets. 26% of Valorant pros use the Logitech G Pro X. 24% go with the HyperX Cloud 2. And 6% are rocking the Sennheiser Game Zero. As we all know, Valorant is a tactical shooter. As such, sound plays a major role. Hardly anyone who plays the game seriously would ever go into a match without a headset. And that's for a single reason. You can often hear your opponents before you see them, and that can be the difference between a victory or defeat. Even more than that, communication in Valorant is key. It is more than just shooting. You gotta be able to talk to your team throughout the entire match. And now, let's talk about mice. Arguably one of the most important parts of any gamer setup. 35% of pros are using the Logitech G Pro Wireless, 11% the Aceu EC2, and 8% the Logitech G703. Having a good mouse is crucial since all of your in-game attacking, navigating, and aiming is accomplished with it. The mouse becomes an integral component to your gaming system. One of the most important qualities of a good mouse is its precision and accuracy. That's why having a good sensor matters a lot. Additionally, a lot of gaming mouses have extra buttons, so you can conveniently customize your keybinds to your liking. So let's check out our mouse stats according to what the pro Valorant players are using. We have an average EDPI of 277. The most used DPI is 400. An average scope sense of 0.95. An uploading rate of 1000 Hz. Not a single pro sets their DPI higher than 1600. And just over half their DPI set to 400. We recommend to pay close attention to the eDPI, which is what really matters in-game. For practicality, especially on Windows in general, we would stick to 800 so that you can move around Windows fast, but stay between 240 and 277 eDPI. That means set your DPI on your mouse software to 800, and in Valorant settings, set your sensitivity between 0.3 and 0.346. This is a good starting point if you are unsure as to what sensitivity you should use. Let's do a quick recap of the most popular brands the pros are using. The most used brand by far is BenQ, with 80% with the Aceu lineup. Either the 2546 or the 2540 are just dominating. HyperX brand has the lead with 27% by a very small percentage. Right after that, the pros use Logitech keyboards by 25%. The rest of the keyboards are spread amongst different brands on very small percentages. We have a tie between Aceu and Logitech being used by 31% of the professional Valorant players. On third spot, we got SteelSeries with 17% of usage. HyperX has the lead once again with 37%. Right behind comes Logitech with 29%. And last but not least, Sennheiser with 19%. The undefeated winner and the brand most pros swear by when it comes to mice is Logitech by 50%. That's right, half the pros are rocking Logitech mouses. Then comes Aceu with 25%. And as I'm sure it will come to no one's surprise, 100% pro Valorant players are using NVIDIA GPU on their PCs. That's right, no love for AMD. That about wraps it up for today's video. All of the products mentioned on this guide will be in the description down below if you want to check them out. If you want to see more guides like this one, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on new uploads. We will see you in the next one. Good luck on those matches, and remember to stay caffeinated to get those headshots.